Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another Social Sports Pad podcast.
It's week 3, baby! Crucify my enemies while I'm tired of living!
Okay. Cobra. Yeah, no more singing. No, you are not allowed to sing. You are not allowed to sing the rest of the NFL season. Go Chargers, go. No,
Fuck
what?
you, Spanos. No.
Seriously.
Anywho, Ricky, how are you doing
totally,
today?
doing good, man. I am Ricky, your host. Alongside me always is Ben and the Cobra.
Tyler will be joining us shortly. If you're familiar with our Tuesday podcast where we talked about the week 2 wrap up.
Yep, definitely. Tyler, a big part of the show. But basically, what we are doing tonight is we're gonna go through.
Hey, I'm back.
Speaking of, welcome back.
I was gonna say, yeah, your singing kind of caused Tyler to run and hide. But
he just wanted to get his lighter, Ricky. Lick that dick.
Basically the plan for tonight is to predict the week 3 remaining games. If we want to talk about a little bit of the Thursday night game, if there was anything really to see, which, to be fair, not really much. It was a lot closer than it really was thought to be. But again, we'll go through that really quick, and right now, before we go ahead and talk football, want to let all of our listeners, definitely a lot of us here are on the East Coast, and the tropical storm Ophelia is going through right now. It's actually affecting 3 of our games. But it's affecting millions out there. So basically, everybody that is traveling this weekend, either to the games or basically just in general, please be safe, and definitely thoughts and prayers are out to you guys, because ultimately we want everybody to have a safe and fun sports
football season.
Yeah. A good season.
Because baseball and hockey is starting too.
Basketball.
Basketball. You said baseball. Yeah, you got World Series about to come up in about a week or so.
Yes, we do. We got the World Series coming as well.
Yeah, so playoffs, baby.
Playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs.
It's too early. It's too early to talk about playoffs in the NFL. We covered teams that should panic, but there's going to be a few teams this week that are going to be full on in panic mode, as some of these teams could go to 0-3. We're going to go ahead and go down the list. Anybody familiar with the show knows that the way we do it is we are going to.
We pretty much go, who will win, who will cover the typical lottery, the typical sports betting spread by either if they're going to cover the spread or not, and then who is our holla at your boy player of the game.
Nope.
Bold prediction. I do apologize for that, bro. Please forgive.
Sorry, I got pulled away real quick. But basically, we will go ahead and before we do that, Tyler, since you are the resident Giants fan,
sorry about your luck.
Can you give us your opinion?
My personal pick happened on Thursday night.
So yeah, give me your thoughts on the game. So
I mean, it was honestly, like I said, I was expecting a blowout, to be quite honest. It was sort of a blowout.
Yeah,
But
the Niners covered the spread pretty
they
much.
covered the spread well. To be very honest, we actually didn't get sacked as many. We actually held back Nick Bosa on that D line back pretty well for being the scorer.
Yeah.
We held their offense to, I think, 2 touchdowns total. It was their defense that scored for them.
I mean, yeah, like it was definitely the God. I'm like, I gotta remember a kicker's name. It was a definitely Moody Mood. Where
It
the
was a lot
Giants.
better. It was a lot better game than the score shows.
Yeah, and I mean it could have been a lot worse too.
Especially with no Saquon Barkley, and also not having Brendan Ayuk, definitely did help the Giants a little bit.
Yeah,
Debo went down for a few plays, but he seems to be all right.
Yeah, it looked like he'd just gotten the wind knocked out of him. Like he landed on the ball. Well, when that happened, so I mean that was kind of expected. I mean the ball rolls different ways. So
that's why it's shaped like a lemon and not shaped like a sphere.
Yep. All right, now on to we're moving on from the past and into the future.
Future.
All right, so we are going to yikes, we're gonna start off really strong on this one. Basically going down the list, we are going to start in merry old Cleveland. As the Cleveland Browns play host to the Tennessee Titans. The Cleveland Browns have the 3.5 point edge. And
I gotta step away, guys.
Yep. Hey, you'll miss the sucky games. But yes, so the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. Cleveland holds the edge in points by 3.5. In the Vegas spread. So basically Ben, Tyler, and then me will go ahead and go through and basically your prediction. So Ben, take it away. Who do you think is going to win? Will the Browns win by 4? And what's your bold prediction?
Oh, this is a wash. It can go either way. I'm going to go with the Browns on this one. I think they will cover the spread. Player of the game, man. I don't even.
Well, I wasn't even going to go player of the game. Don't even worry about player of the game. Just give us a bold.
Bold. Is what's his name? So the starter, right? Goddamn.
Tannehill?
Yeah, he's still the starter, right?
Yep.
Just remember, the Browns are playing without Chubb and without Cooper.
Well, yeah, I know they don't have Chubb. I know they don't have.
Oh yeah, Cooper's not playing?
No, he's not.
All right. Well, that's gonna affect things. So.
All right. So I'm back. Sorry about that.
Yep. All right.
I'm gonna go with Myles Garrett with 4 sacks, and after that, Tannehill is gonna get benched for the backup rookie.
Well, I mean, Levis has been a healthy.
I'll be down in a little bit. I've been.
Guys.
No, it's just every outside things. We need to we get things going on. I mean it happens. We are definitely doing things kind of long distance and live and
off the cuff.
So hey, it happens.
That's one of the. I guess that's one of the charms of this podcast is we are pretty much armchair.
We are raw and raw and in your face,
and we are the definition of idgaff.
All right. So anyway, I mean, it won't be Levis, going in for the Titans. More than likely, he'll be a healthy scratch. So it'll probably be God, what's his name? It does not matter. But no, I mean, I kind of go with that. So while Tyler's getting things taken care of, Cobra, go ahead and give us your prediction on the Browns the Browns game.
Well, first off, definitely going to say this. I hate this. I'm going to say Titans are winning. All right. I don't know what y'all saw in that Pittsburgh and Cleveland game, other than Pittsburgh doesn't have an offense. We'll get to them. But Deshaun Cosby looked like absolute shit. But then again, that's what happens when you take away his hands, if you will. But yeah, I have the Titans winning. The bold prediction I have is, well, the return of King Henry.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
it's going to be King Henry going for 200 all-purpose yards.
Okay. So, not gonna lie, I was originally in agreement with Ben, that the Browns were gonna cover. Tennessee is just god awful right now.
But so are the Browns.
Yeah, well, Browns are just a victim of circumstance right now, losing Chubb,
Losing
but
Chubb,
also
no Amari
losing
Cooper.
Cooper. Yeah, now that definitely changed my game there.
And
You know,
and Deshaun Watson's performance, this past couple weeks have been good.
okay, you want to talk about a quarterback performance? I mean, a quarterback performance one week does not shape the rest of anything.
It's not
I
been
mean,
1 week.
look at Josh Allen week 1.
It's been 2 weeks, Josh.
Well, hey, and I mean, Deshaun Watson did really great against Cincinnati. I mean, he wasn't, like MVP Deshaun Watson, but he was definitely a serviceable quarterback. I mean, you can't go week to week to week, but yeah.
But to be fair,
fair,
that's not what I guarantee you that is not what the Browns expected of Deshaun Watson. They expected MVP caliber, not Sam Darnold caliber.
Well, I mean, hey, we have both talked about Deshaun Watson, that Deshaun Watson is merely a stat stuffing quarterback. All right.
He is a lower tier Matthew Stafford.
Huh.
Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford was a glass cannon who would constantly get injured.
I mean, but still, like when he played, like
Look, all right,
he wasn't
move away from Groper Cleveland for a minute.
Well, anyway, my bold prediction on this game is that no team is going to score an offensive touchdown.
Ouch.
Yep, this is going to be a kicker's game, ladies and gentlemen. I almost dare I say, and this is going to be the boldest of bolds, because I love that bold, that basically there are going to be no red zone visits.
So
that's
I
my
have
bold.
an idea.
What?
Our new bold is now going to be sponsored by Bulletproof Coffee.
Yeah, bold by Bulletproof.
The bold prediction is sponsored by Bulletproof Coffee. Once again, our link is in the Spotify. Give me that bold.
Give me that bold.
Bold.
All right. Are we ready to move on from
yes,
this game?
we are moving on from this shitty game to a game I'm like, I kind of want to skip over this game, only because I really think it's a good game. It's probably,
let's skip over it and come back to it.
Oh no, we'll because there's some stinkers 1:00 as well. But no, we're gonna go to Detroit, as the Detroit Lions hold the same prediction as the Cleveland Browns, as they host the Atlanta Falcons, where the Atlanta Falcons, basically are 3.5-point dogs to the Detroit Lions. So Ben and then Cobra. And basically, Tyler, when he gets back, we will catch him up.
All right. I can't see the Falcons winning this game, but I still think it's going to be close. The Lions will cover the spread. Definitely
Lions win and cover the spread. Okay.
Definitely look for. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who would be the standout player that's like bold. We might see a Heineke sighting, and he's just because he's going to get benched.
All right. Hashtag hard on for Heineke.
Hashtag hard on for Heineke.
He misses him in Washington. He does.
He
I
does.
did.
He does,
Yeah,
but you know, he's
yes.
definitely.
But he's got a new quarterback to latch on, like a
Yeah,
Romero.
he's got another.
And then be disappointed when you end up 6-11. Hey,
Wow.
yeah. Well, then,
Jeez.
yeah, all for you to get Chad Pennington Jr. or something like that. Cobra, give me your prediction for the Falcons Lions.
So Lions win, but Falcons cover the spread.
All right, so basically win by less than
point,
4.
By a point, yeah.
Okay, give me your bold.
Bold prediction. Even though the Lions will win, it's going to be a Bijan Robinson day.
It's a Bijan day.
It's a Bijan day.
Bijan day.
Bijan day.
All right.
Basically, he's going to rush for 125 yards, have 3 touchdowns.
Ooh, that'll help a lot of some people's fantasy teams.
In the words of a very good gimmick in the WWE, you're welcome.
Oh, okay. So my wonderful prediction here is that the Falcons are going to win. Basically from what I saw, Seattle, and from the tenacity of the Falcons, basically it's going to be a slow start game for the Falcons. They're going to ramp it up, and dare I say that the Falcons are going to win by double digits.
Seeds in Matt Ryan.
It's going to be, Matt Collins with a touchdown. Bijan Robinson, I agree, will have 3 touchdowns. It's going to be crazy on that Detroit defense. And they're going to be like, oh my God, did this team really beat Kansas City? So
Kansas City beat themselves.
Yeah. We move on to Lambeau as the Green Bay Packers. Oh, wow. I was going to say it's a common theme, but no, it is not 3.5. It is 2.5 that Green Bay holds the advantage over the Saints' heads, which in terms of the sports writers and everything, to understand Vegas gambling, basically the home team normally gets an advantage of 3 points. So any team that is slated to win by less than 3 points, that Vegas pretty much just says that either team can win this game. So, and that is what they are saying right now. This is the last Saints game without Alvin Kamara. So they're right now 2-0 without Alvin Kamara. I mean, they did lose Jamal Williams, so they have either the rookie or I think name was like Tony Hill is going to be toting the rock for them against the Green Bay Packers, who may or may not have Aaron Jones back.
Where's Taysom Hill?
Taysom Hill is still with the Saints. He just, is not being as utilized as he was when he was with Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Is it because people caught up to him?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's, he is a gimmick player. I mean,
yes, he is a gimmick player.
Yeah, Taysom Hill is the Wildcat, pretty much. Yeah, he's the flavor of the month. So, Ben, go ahead, give us that wonderful bold.
We're going to go with the bold prediction of the Saints are winning this game. Of course, they're going to cover the spread. Jordan Love is going to throw 2 interceptions, and one of them is going to be a pick 6.
All right, Cobra.
I have the Saints winning.
Okay.
This is an easy choice for me.
The Packers looked terrible in their last game, and the Saints are looking
pretty good with Carr in the center.
Bold prediction is that their rookie running back is going to have a going to have a pretty good game, but it's going to be the Saints defense that dominates the Packers.
So I'm going to say that the Packers win it on the strength of.
Now can I hear yes?
Tyler, welcome back.
Welcome back. So basically, we'll get you in on with Denver, Miami. We're finishing up Green Bay and New Orleans. So my prediction is that Green Bay will win and cover the spread on the strength of their defense. I definitely see. Yeah, I will say that Derek Carr has a Derek Carr experience and starts giving the Saints a little bit of taste of what you can take Dave. You can take Carr out of Oakland, but you can't take Oakland out of Carr.
I was going to say, so this score is going to break down.
Pretty much. Yep, I see him throwing.
I have to agree with that, honestly.
Because I mean, yeah, they've won these 2 games. The first 2 games, and they're undefeated right now. But he's also not had a Carr game, where, like, oh yeah, where did he go? Where he absolutely disappeared. I mean, in fantasy wise, he's had single digits, like how many times over his career? A lot. And this is going to be one of those single digit games. All right. So now we're going to move on to Miami. As the Miami Dolphins host the Denver Broncos. And the Miami Dolphins are slated to win by 6.5 against the Broncos. So, Ben, go ahead and start. Then Cooper, then Tyler. And then we'll go from there.
Just like Will Smith said, the heat is on. Go Miami.
Go Miami.
Broncos, yeah. They're not going to do anything against the Dolphins, unfortunately. It's going to be a blowout. I'm going to say my bold prediction, the Dolphins are going to at least win by 35 points.
I agree. Maybe not 30.
I disagree wholeheartedly with this. Miami will win, but Denver will cover the spread. Because, look, even though the Denver Broncos are dog shit, like we know they are, they put 34 points on the Commanders.
But that's the Commanders, though.
True, but Miami Dolphins do not have Jalen Waddle.
Oh shit, you're right. They don't have Jalen Waddle.
Exactly. So more pressure is going to be on Kareem Hunt.
No, Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, seriously,
I keep confusing them. God damn it. But anyway, my point still stands. Denver covers the spread. Miami wins. This game is going to come down to the last second. Denver loses. Like they did against Washington. That is my bold prediction.
All right. Tyler?
I actually kind of agree with Ben there. I think it's going to come down to the final few plays.
Denver covers the spread. Miami wins.
Miami's going to cover. Miami's going to win. Miami's going to win by double digits. My bold prediction is that Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua Tung the Areolas.
All right, whatever. All right, Tonga Iowa. Okay, whatever.
He hugged the areolas.
All right. But either way, he's going to have 5 touchdowns. 3 of which are going to be to Tyreek Hill. So, we'll be talking about both of those guys as Howlet's your boy candidates, probably. Denver's defense is very, very terrible right now. They cannot stop anything. And Russell Wilson, he cooks about as well as a microwave dinner.
And he's not talking about the devourers. He's talking about them banquet dinners.
Yeah. It's about as good as a banquet pot pie.
Ouch.
All right. So speaking of teams that are playing like a banquet pot pie,
the San Diego Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings.
Chargers.
No, look.
You can take the Chargers out of San Diego, but
you can't take the San Diego out of the Chargers.
Just like you can't take a 4 out.
Yeah,
of the
exactly. Fuck you, Spanos. All right. So, anyway, like we were saying, it is the Minnesota Vikings hosting the San Diego Chargers, and we're gonna keep calling them San Diego because it's funnier. It's funnier.
I can't. God, I'm trying not to laugh here at how terrible this fucking game is. But yeah,
Like it is the dribbling shits. That is what this is. This is
Vikings are winning. Vikings are winning that one.
that's
I
easy.
mean, it's funny. It's really half a point.
Yeah, that's half a point. If you go either way.
To the Vikings.
Sorry, what?
It's-
The funny part is Buffalo's favored to win over the Commanders, which is hilarious.
We'll get to
We'll
that.
get to that game.
But we're right now talking
Right
about
now
the
we're in
shittiest
Minnesota.
game of the night.
I mean, to be fair, he is passing the Vikings versus the Chargers.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about this real quick before we get into anything.
Can we just play the Kevin Von Magnum Viking sound effect,
Nope.
please?
Nope. Yeah. So anyway, no. So basically,
Skull.
with this,
Skull.
you have the Chargers, with the absolute worst luck in the NFL. Actually, probably the only team that's got like worse luck potentially is the Jets.
No.
Yeah. It is the Chargers, who are literally the most snake bit, team in the NFL.
All right. I shall.
You'll go back. You'll come back. But yeah, Ben, go ahead and tell me, Chargers or Vikings. If there is a bold prediction, then make it.
All right, sorry.
Yeah, it's almost like we needed some music for that shit.
Some skull music.
After skull music. Who do you got?
This is a crapshoot. So this is do or die time for either team. This is when you're gonna say, "Hey, we're 0-2. Are we gonna be 0-3, or should we be 1-2? Because the playoffs are in jeopardy once you get to 0-3. It's hard to come back. I look for the Chargers to finally come back. They've been losing very close games. They haven't been losing by much. They've only lost by 5 points in total in the last 2 games. Look for the Chargers to win, and look for Kirk Cousins to pad his stats yet again. Chargers win by 10.
All right, Tyler.
Oh, that's a crapshoot. Vikings by 14.
Wow. All right. So I'm, script of the NFL kind of in front of me. And basically, these two teams, the Los Angeles Chargers, definitely have the worst luck of any team in the league. The Minnesota Vikings, their luck has run out from close games, but their luck will strike this time. I say the Minnesota Vikings will win on a missed field goal at the end of regulation for the LA Chargers.
I have to agree with that.
Yep. It'll go wide left. See, I'm even telling you where it's going to be located for that. Now, we go to the first of our games that are going to be affected by Tropical Storm Ophelia, as the New York Jets host the New England Patriots. New England is favored by 2.5 over the Jets, who do not have Aaron Rodgers.
Well, they have Milkman called aka Zach Wilson.
Yeah. So, Ben, Tyler, and myself as Cobra will be back shortly. So, go ahead.
All right. So this just in right now. I just want to give an update on Coach Primetime. He's losing by 42 points with 11:41 left to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Primetime. Just had to give a shout out to your horrible loss.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's his first horrible loss with Colorado. Hey, you got to give it to him. They did not expect anything out of this team first 3 weeks. For them to go 3-0, definitely a big accomplishment.
Of course.
It'll be fun to see exactly what happens this upcoming week for the Colorado Buffaloes.
Definitely. So maybe Coach Sanders' son will be the quarterback for the Patriots in the near future. Man, this is another crapshoot of a game. I could give home field advantage to the Jets, and they could just play the ground game. And Dalvin Cook could play good with that since he has speed. Zach Wilson and fucking Jones.
He's not terrible. He's not great.
He's not terrible. He's not great, but he does also he doesn't show ambition. Neither quarterback for these teams show ambition, really. I'm gonna give it to the Jets. They're gonna win. They're gonna beat the spread over the New England.
I have New England winning. I'm sorry, Jets fans, but
there's no bold prediction for this shit.
I got one, but Tyler, you got a bold? Or did we lose you?
He's there. I think he had a connection.
Yeah, okay.
All right, we're here.
Yep, I hear you.
Bold prediction for this week.
Or Patriots, Jets.
Well, Patriots are winning. I'm sorry, Jets fans, but you don't have Aaron Rodgers, and Zach Wilson is dog shit.
All right. So, so do you have a bold other than dog shit Jets?
So it's all they have is their defense. That's it.
All right. I say New England's winning. Bold prediction. Ezekiel Elliott will have more touchdowns than the Jets offense.
I forgot he was on the field.
I will.
All right. So, the second game that is affected by Tropical Storm Ophelia. My brother Cobra, he's actually going to that game. The Washington Commanders are hosting the Buffalo Bills. The Commanders are 6.5-point dogs. So this is, to me, going to be your put your money where your mouth is game of the week. Because I am definitely putting money for the Commanders, basically beating the spread. I'm going to go first on this one. I almost want to say that the Commanders have a shot at winning this game, and not any discredit to the Buffalo Bills or
bench. This is mine.
No, I'm putting it on there so don't fucking fall.
All right.
Yeah, you grab. He's grabbing. He grabbed his free. His pre-sleep meal, and I'm like, all right, it's not the fall,
Anyway.
But no. So anyway. But basically with the storm, all right, it's going to be down the running. And I mean, yes, the Bills' run game started going against the Raiders last week, but the Commanders have the better run game, and the Bills have the worst of the two run defense. So I actually am going to say that the Commanders are going to win this.
I personally have to agree with that. I think the Commanders are going to win this. It's going to be.
I agree that I will. Sorry, Kyle. Go ahead.
I agree. I think the Commanders will actually do it because I don't think the Bills are quite that. No offense to Ricky, but I don't think the Bills are quite that complete just yet.
They're not. Of the two
and
Bills
they have,
that are in
but
here.
just to be very honest, like I said,
even feel like they're
the Bills' run defense is not that good. They have to worry about Terry McLaurin and Brian Robinson. And Sam Howell's been playing lights out.
And they have Dotson.
And Gibson.
And Dotson, yeah. And Antonio Gibson, yep.
And then you gotta
And they're
worry
also
about
dealing with
Falcon
like
Hunt.
30 to 40 mile an hour winds. So, basically both of their pass games are going to be kind of like near non-existent. I
Falcon
mean, if anything, like Josh Allen will probably get the most passing yards of the two because he'll actually, rifle it in to actually get it into somebody. But, again, this is going to be your
credit
old time
Alpha.
kind of ground pound kind of game.
This is going to be your hey now, you're an all-star, get the game on, and when you smash,
yeah, this is going to be a smash mouth game, just like the other two games affected by the tropical storm, and I'm gonna love it.
I always love me a rainy game. Or
a regular moist nugget. A regular moist nugget.
Bring your poncho.
Moist.
Yes.
And speaking of,
so it almost seems
speaking
like
of
we're all in
poncho-
agreement that the Bills are not covering the spread.
About the Mexicans,
Yes.
though.
Yes, I'm in agreement on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But
agree with
speaking
that,
of
too.
poncho, that gives us a reminder from our sponsor, from our affiliate sponsor, Fanatics.com.
They don't have ponchos on there, do they?
They do have umbrellas.
Oh yeah,
They actually have umbrellas.
But,
They have
but-
ponchos. They have rain hats, ponchos, and everything in your favorite team. What's the
Well,
code
to
this
be
week?
fair, I wouldn't.
What's the
really-
code? Hey Ben, what's the code this week?
It
Hold on
is
1 second.
24 ship
24
24
shit.
shit.
It is 24 ship.
on
So-
orders over $24.
So to stay dry and represent your team, remember Fanatics.com. Link is in the Spotify down below.
I wouldn't get an umbrella though. Like, God,
No, I
could
get,
you
I get a
imagine?
badass bucket hat, my friend.
I would get the bucket. I would bet I'd get the bucket hat.
They have ponchos. They even have NFL teams.
All right.
All right. Sorry
some
about that.
reason
I just
they
had to
have
do a little plug.
For some
Yeah.
Do
reason,
a little plug on that one.
For some reason, they have a Bruins one. I don't know why. They play indoors.
Right.
Have
Which
you
is
ever
just
heard of something
hilarious.
called the Winter Classic? my friend?
Man. Oh yeah, they do have the Winter Classic, but no, I mean
And,
like
and the Stadium Series.
And they have
Yeah.
Chicago Bulls one. They have New York. Oh man,
Yeah.
they have it for any team. Doesn't matter if they're inside or outside.
I mean, okay, you're fine, whatever, man. I was just like, yeah, you take
I
your
mean-
Bruins jersey to a Gallagher show. Oh wait, yeah. I know
Oh,
Gallagher.
watch
Pass
the
by
Maybe-
God rest his soul.
Or you,
Maybe
or you
what-
can get a Mets umbrella because all they're doing is crying. Because
Here's a watching
oh,
the-
Shut
Mets
up.
reign supreme across the land.
I mean,
Yeah,
All
they
right.
have
I have
Why
hot
do you-
takes.
poncho.
Can we-
$158.
can we move
Everybody,
on
come
before I do
together.
hot takes of baseball?
Everybody, come together. We're in football.
Rub together
Jaguars,
I mean,
Houston,
right
let's go.
now over
Uh,
me.
Me.
Oh man, yeah. I think that's why we kind of descended into madness, as we got the Jaguars and the Texans coming up.
Yep.
Ah, God.
9.5
Jaguars.
points.
I mean,
Jaguars.
So the only question, so I think everybody is going to take the Jags on this one.
Yes.
The only key thing is the Jags are favored by 10, 9.5. So, do the Jags win by double digits?
Hands down. CJ Stroud's a bust.
Yeah. I'm taking that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like iffy on that, only because, like, I'm just like the way Jacksonville's offense played. But when your offense is struggling, just give them a prescription of the Texans. So I'm gonna kind of take the bend here and be like, oh right, bold prediction of this game is Trevor Lawrence is going to throw for 320 passing yards
And he's going
and
to look
4
like
touchdowns.
he's going to look like a golden god. Excuse me while I roll this blunt.
My Trevor.
That sound about right, Ben.
Sounds right, but I might go a different route. Who knows?
All right, so
What you're gonna go with the gas mask instead of the blunt?
Anyway, let's continue on.
All right. So, anybody have any other bold prediction other than Trevor Lawrence? Maybe Calvin Ridley.
I see it. I see ETN scoring a touchdown and Evan Ingram scoring a
Jacksonville defense.
the Jacksonville defense.
Jacksonville defense, 10 sacks.
Ooh, wow.
That
I
one
agree.
guy,
I kind of low key dig that, man. Not gonna lie.
Tyler or whatever his name is.
That's Cobra. Cobra said that, not Ben.
Oh, Cobra said that. Oh, no, I like that pick, Cobra.
Well,
I like that a lot.
What's his name? Walker. He has 5. Allen has 3. They already have 7. They already have 15 sacks already. This
Their
season?
their defense is Their defense is a sleeper defense.
Dude, man, they have 15 sacks already.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, when you have a deal,
defense.
all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with bold prediction: 7 sacks, Jaguars.
Wow. Yeah, Cobra's already a little bit bolder.
Yeah.
You said double digits. All right.
Which one do you want to do next? Colts, Ravens, or Falcons, Lions?
Oh, well, we already covered Falcons Lions when you were away for a little bit. So we're going Ravens Colts.
Oh my!
And we're hopping on that Mayflower truck.
Just remember, Anthony Richardson is out. Just remember that.
So Anthony Richardson is out.
It is
Not like-
Minshew Mania.
Not gonna
It
make a
is-
big difference.
Minshew Mania running wild in Baltimore. The Ravens are
They're-
favored by 7.5. So yeah, it's kind of going to be an interesting one. So Ben,
Well,
go ahead and give us.
It's interesting enough when Jim Irsay doesn't have his daily dose of cocaine. Fuck you, Jim Irsay.
All right, so we have no OBJ.
Oh shit! Right? No OBJ, no Kate, no
Yep.
Dobbs.
So Lamar Jackson's so Lamar Jackson doesn't have to worry when he has to take a shit.
J.K. Dobbins is gone.
He's out. He's on
Gone.
IR.
He's out for the season, dude.
Yeah.
Justice Hill out. Marlon Humphrey's out.
Ravens did sign Melvin Gordon, so
No, see,
it's
Matt,
practice
the
squad.
Ravens have had Melvin Gordon on the.
They
practice
just re-signed
squad.
him.
They
Just
so
re-signed him.
They elevated Melvin Gordon and Kenyon Drake from the practice squad to the active squad for this game. So basically,
I'm making a bold prediction for that game. I already have my bold prediction.
yeah.
Please tell me it isn't Melvin Gordon 3 fumbles.
My bold prediction is Kenyon. They're gonna have Kenyon Drake rush for 80 plus yards.
Yeah, I mean, Gus Edwards is still, going to start.
This is another game affected by the weather too.
Yep, this is the last of the 3 that are affected by the weather. So
I don't see the Colts winning this at all. Yeah,
I don't see the Colts winning jack and shit.
I see
Okay.
Lamar Jackson running the ball a lot and dumping it off to his tight end. And
What did Jack do to you?
Jim Irsay did everything to Jonathan Taylor. All right,
the Colts
Jonathan
are-
Taylor was doing shit to Jonathan Taylor.
but it's also Jim Irsay.
I mean,
Jim-
basically, it's a big circle jerk session that was going on in Indianapolis.
I mean, it's
So
been a
maybe-
circle jerk session since the Colts hopped on a Mayflower truck and moved to Indianapolis. What's your point?
Well, maybe they can
Ben, you can't say much. You had Dan Snyder.
maybe they can talk together and make a trade.
Probably.
Deny it.
No.
Which
So,
who's worse, Jim Hersheads or Dan Snyder?
Dan Snyder's definitely worse of the two. So basically, kind of going into that situation, all right. One, Jonathan Taylor, yeah, he did have a somewhat maybe MVP. Well, basically, he could have been MVP a couple years ago, all right. But he played pretty much hurt last year, all right. Instead of
Pretty
actually
well.
taking time to, mix things up, all right. They haven't done anything to address the quarterback situation. I mean,
Richardson.
last year they brought in Matt Ryan, who, oh my goodness, Matt Ryan declining on his like who's next? If they didn't draft Anthony Richardson, they were probably going to sign Carson Wentz.
They were going to
anything.
trade for Sam Darnold or even get Baker Mayfield.
either way. Like
It's honestly playing solid.
Indianapolis is an absolute mess right now. Regardless. So, basically, like, what did Jim Irsay do to you?
Ask
it's
Andrew
not.
Luck.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the person you want to point the pin in, not the Jonathan Taylor situation. Jim Irsay is an owner that only cares about money, not about winning.
Yeah, cares about money, how many guitars he could buy.
No, he only cares about Jim Irsay.
Exactly. That's why that's why he guitars and Shemo.
Either way, back on the football, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
All right. Because we can talk about for hours about owners that fuck their teams. So
looking right at you, Ben.
Yeah. That and Carolina.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Yeah. Who's wearing jeans today?
Anyway. So basically, we're kind of done with Baltimore. I mean, speaking of Carolina, the next game is the Seattle Seahawks hosting the Carolina Panthers. The
6.5 points.
Seahawks 6.5 point favorites. And I think everybody is in agreement that this is basically going to be Seattle winning. I don't know if you guys are going to be in agreement on the spread. And honestly, this is not a bold prediction game.
Nope. This is basically pick 'em. Who you got? Basically, are they covering spread? Yes.
So Seattle's winning this game hands down.
Yeah, 6.5 points. Already covering the spread.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yep.
6.5. 6.5.
I guess they're saying that they weren't playing as well. I mean, this is like, and this
If Carolina actually does something, I will be damned.
Yeah, that's the bold prediction. Carolina, do you do something? But yeah, the 4:00 games are literally just kind of
massacres. We got massacres except for one.
Yep. No, that the 4:00 games are basically going to be
massacres.
Because after the Seahawks, Carolina, we got the Chiefs and the Bears. The Chiefs are favored by 13.5, and I'm like,
take it.
I'm taking it. Yeah, I'm saying if they win by less than 3 touchdowns, the Chiefs are struggling.
Yeah. The Cowboys 12.5 points over the Arizona Cardinals.
That's the easy one. Cowboys hands down.
Yep.
Let's move on. We don't really have to discuss that one.
Yeah, it's like we're rushing through these bullshit ones.
Yep.
Wow.
And the
It'll be
Raiders.
interesting.
This one is interesting.
The Raiders.
It'll be interesting to see if the Cardinals.
Hold up.
Steelers.
If the Cardinals are as good as they've been playing, as it kind of a testament to
they lost to the fucking Giants.
I was gonna say they played hard against the Commanders and the Giants.
I mean, to be fair, this is probably the first real test the Cowboys have right now.
Yeah.
I
can actually do that.
Are you high?
I was gonna say. This is the first non-test of the Dallas Cowboys. This is the game they absolutely are expected to win.
Ben, please pass that shit over here, please.
Yeah, definitely the 4:00 games are. We are absolutely sponsoring these guys by W Energy. These are some very easy dubbies for all of these 4:00 games.
I still say we need to find a pre-workout.
So, going into Sunday night, we have the Raiders. The Raiders are 1.5 favorites. Which, not gonna lie, this
is a toss-up.
This is a toss-up only in mediocrity. Like, they really...
Steelers. Do you really think Jimmy Garoppolo... Okay. Jimmy Garoppolo was only good in San Francisco because he was a system quarterback. I'm sorry. It's Steelers. Kenny Pickett's... I don't think the Steelers should bench Najee. But my bold prediction for this game is Najee gets more than 50 yards.
Wow, when that is the bold prediction, you're
got a problem.
you have a problem with the Steelers.
Yeah.
I fucking hate the Steelers.
They again, I told you they do not fire coaches, and they need to fire Matt
Like-
Canada. You know,
Yeah.
they're not going to fire Matt Canada because the Steelers, despite the crowd chanting, fire Matt Canada. It's like
So does
they know
Mike-
who to
so
go
Mike
with.
Ta- Mike Tomlin needs to go too. No offense to him.
Yeah, the Steelers are definitely going to win. I mean, the Raiders are not who they are. And to speak on to the speak on your workout thing. Now, just want to let you know, not sure if you ever scrolled through Bulletproof. That they have supplements and stuff for supplements.
Okay.
I was talking about like pre-workout powder.
You know.
So anyway, kind of getting away from sponsorships and whatnot. Kind of going back to the game. You guys all said Steelers?
I said Raiders.
Okay,
I
so
said
yeah.
Raiders.
All right,
Uh,
cool. So I'm actually going with the Raiders on this one.
Yeah.
All right. The reason why is it's not my lack of faith in Jimmy Garoppolo and the Raiders. It's my lack of faith in that Steelers offense. All right.
Like
That offense right now, yes, it's going to be George Pickens probably getting the bulk of any in there. Najee Harris, he is a third down back on.
Tyler, I'm going to give you this interesting fact as well, Ricky. In the second quarter of the game against the Browns,
We had
1 yard of total offense. So I agree with Ricky on this. I do not have faith in that Steeler offense. More faith it's less faith Steeler offense than faith in the Raiders offense.
I mean, and then also, the Steelers, their defense, the weakness has been their secondary for years.
and they don't even have
They're
Minka
going
Fitzpatrick.
against
Hunter
yeah.
Renfrow.
Hunter
I have
Renfrow.
more-
Yeah,
I have more.
Devontae
I have
Adams.
more faith in Kenny Pickett running. I have more faith in Kenny Pickett running the ball than I do Najee Harris.
Facts.
But I still
All
trust
right.
Pickens.
So
Anywho,
that's
so-
enough for Sunday. Now we got
The doubleheader.
2 Monday night games. Not gonna lie, I am liking this.
Eagles
format.
are winning. Eagles are winning first one. Hands
Hold
down.
on. No,
Too
no,
soon.
no, no.
Too soon.
But I
That
Baker-
is a
Baker's-
false
Baker
start.
ain't gonna do.
False start.
back him up
Ball
5.
start back above 5. Unless you're
Now
Kansas
we-
City, you don't get called for that shit. But yeah, we'll get to the games in a second. I just want to comment and basically say that I do like this 2-game format on Monday nights. I kind of wish they would kind of do the same on Sunday nights.
To be honest,
The issue with that is the main issue with that is the coastal format. That is the main issue with that. I understand. I agree with you, but I also like the
games as well. Yeah.
And basically, this slate for Monday night games is Eagles are going into town
Against the
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are 5.5 point favorites, which
that should be more.
I think everybody's taking the points on. I think they more credit Baker. Well, not really Baker, but they definitely the Buccaneers have been playing a lot better than everybody thought they were going to be. But just like
starting a guy that
Bucs-
they're not starting a game named Kyle Trask, who sounds like fucking trash.
But yeah, so basically with Baker in Tampa Bay, we're gonna get basically the Cinderella pumpkin is going to basically clock striking midnight here, where Baker is gonna start overthrowing receivers, throwing to
That's even if he can get the ball off before Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox can get in there.
facts.
the Philadelphia Bulldogs, if you will.
Yep. I mean,
I'm going Philadelphia, and in my personal opinion, that should be like a 14-point favorite.
I mean, facts. Like this is, and for my bold prediction, this will actually be the game with the largest point differential of any of the games this week.
I
Games required to play.
I
There's hot.
disagree because the largest point differential is going to go to the next game. That is my bold prediction.
Ooh,
They're gonna kick the shit out of the
Also-
Bengals.
right there.
It's,
All right, so the Bengals are hosting the Rams. The
Healthy.
Bengals are favored by 2.5. They might not have Joe Burrow, so
That is why I am going with the Rams.
say the Rams are going to win with the big point differential.
Yes.
oh, easily, hands down.
And I will say this: Roger Goodell would like you in the league office Monday morning for your drug test.
Ricky,
8:15.
Ricky, I have a remote control here. Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, you just flipped me off. But no, yeah. Like as much as the Rams will
I won't
probably
pass
win
that
this
bet.
game. It's definitely not going to be the largest point differential of.
I think
of the game again.
no. I think the largest point differential is going to be the Chiefs Bears.
All right.
There's your slaughter.
So, something we're definitely going to start doing with our prediction episodes is basically as teams are looking, who your prediction is for the Super Bowl.
Let's start with Ben.
We'll start with Ben. Who do you say?
My predictions for the Super Bowl currently, I'm going to show San Fran and KC currently.
Okay, Cobra.
This is going to shock you, but I'm going to say the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills.
As much as I hate to say it, I personally think it's going to be San Francisco 49ers. And, AFC's hard. NFC, it's between the... Well, actually, I have literally two teams to choose from in the NFC. AFC is the harder one. AFC, I'm going to have to go... I'm going to go cheat. I'm between the Eagles. I'm toss up between the Eagles and the 49ers to the NFC. I'm going to stick with the Eagles Chiefs.
So you're saying Eagles Chiefs? All right. And me, I am going to go Niners Dolphins as it stands right now. Now, these will change week to week based on like performance and how things go. But yeah, as it stands right now,
Make a
Ben
bold
says-
prediction. I could make a bold prediction. I'll make a bold prediction.
What's that?
Hold on. Let's see. Giants and Bills.
Giants and Bills.
That'll never happen.
That's definitely not happening. No, the way
Definitely
these teams
not.
are. All right.
It's the 90s all over again.
So,
Then if that's the case, then Ben would probably have a stiffy for Commanders Bills.
yeah, they did mention that earlier in the episode.
Yeah.
All right. So basically going to kind of review right now, we will have at least one more team that is going to lose their first game this week. At least one team will lose their first game this week. So the freaking Dolphins can start kind of like, oh yeah, seriously, you're getting closer
To be fair, Ricky,
undefeated.
Eagles and Bucks are undefeated too. So that's
Well, no, that's what I mean. Like either the Eagles or the Bucks are going to be that team that is going to lose. Their first game.
Now the next question is, off topic, Syracuse versus Clemson. Who you got?
Clemson.
I don't know, dude. Did you see how Syracuse has been playing?
I don't follow college football,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I spend too much time doing doing
activities,
my Twitch streaming and doing things for like the
Speaking
podcast and
of-
working.
Speaking of, Ricky is about to do that after the podcast.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, Basically everybody,
Why does the
Yeah.
youngest person here have to make the craziest picks?
Because you're just crazy.
pretty much.
Wait, wait, I'm not the youngest?
We'll discuss that at a later time. Everybody, if you are traveling this weekend, please be safe. Always,
Wish
because
Ben and myself traveling prayers. So we
Yep,
definitely need it because
you
we are going
Guys,
to see Commanders face the Buffalo Bills.
if
Go
you guys-
Bills.
So if you guys are traveling to the games, drive safely, enjoy the game, drink responsibly, have a good time. No broken tables.
not
What's the fun?
broken tables. What is your problem, sir? Just because they broke your tables Thursday night, don't mean you can't break tables wherever you go. Have some
don't
fun.
worry, I don't have this 100 proof whiskey in this bowling ball to chug out of.
Hey, but yeah, everybody, we
Why
definitely.
would you want to throw that? You got to drink that. Why would you want to throw it?
Yeah, definitely. But again,
If we're
Everybody-
not saying ages, have a good night, guys.
yep. Good night, good week, always
A good season.
good season.
Good night.
Good night.